You're listening to Inside the Mines with Dante Marsh and Ryan Hyde, a podcast about life, lessons, and whatever the hell else they want to talk about.
Steele, no yards here. 15-yard penalty. Rainey, though, might take the return. He might take it all the way. What a block he just got. Say goodbye. Chris Rainey, the former Lion, is going to score his first Argo touchdown. What a response by the Argos. Rainey looked like he was going to be stopped a couple of times, but great block downfield by Alex Charette as well, was able to spring him.
Today's guest was a member of the 2009 National Champion Florida Gators. He played in the NFL with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Indianapolis Colts, before making his way to Canada to play in the CFL with the Montreal Alouettes, Toronto Argonauts, and BC Lions. Please welcome to the show, Chris Rainey.
Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate for having me.
How's it going today, Chris?
Well, great. They got done with a flag football game. I think the refs didn't like me, so they called about 6 flags on me. but that kind of flag football is like the church league. You can't no cussing. But when you're playing the real deal flag league, it's totally different. So you just gotta remind yourself where you're at. But
yeah. So probably it's a standard question these days. What have you been doing this offseason to stay in game shape for the CFL season?
Well, like I do flag football tournaments, but other than that, basketball, and because mostly basketball is all my off-season cardio and conditioning.
Yeah.
But other than that, training. That's it, by myself.
By yourself, yeah. The old social distancing comes into play.
Oh, that's what other people do, but it don't matter to me.
So there's talk right now with the XFL and the CFL merging together, with the potential of saving the CFL. What are your thoughts on that?
Only thing I can do is shout out to The Rock. Cause he always makes stuff happen, and plus he had a chance to go to CFL and experience and all that kind of stuff. So he probably know what it's like and what they go through and all that kind of stuff. But if he do, shout out to him. If not, hey, it's just because I don't have nothing to say about the CFL.
Man, I really hope that they can get something figured out. I mean, I really do. Because, I mean, the CFL in Canada has been around for, 100 years, more than 100 years, right?
Yeah, 150 plus.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand how NFL, I know they got plenty of money and all that kind of stuff. I don't think they have the same mindset like NFL do.
No. Dante always says that they need to market the players more instead of the league.
They would never mark the players unless the players that's known name and been there for 10 years plus. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Dante today has got a personal matter that he's got to take care of. So he's not with us. Was supposed to be, but he'll be back on again.
Dante, you in my prayers.
Mine too. Definitely mine too. So Chris, how old were you when you started playing football?
6 years old.
6.
And I didn't sign up. My grandma signed me up because she used to watch me play football by myself, throw the football as far as I can, go catch it myself. So she sat on the porch and watched me years and years because I had a dog. That was my only friend. Played with my toys in the front yard by myself, always by myself. So she was like, you know what? I'm going to just sign you up for football. She signed me up first year offensive lineman, and to this day, I still don't know how I became the running back. And the rest is history.
You say she signed you up as an offensive lineman?
No, she just signed me up for football, and they put me on offensive lineman at first.
Wow. Okay. You're pretty small too, aren't you, Chris?
Yep, always been called small.
That's awesome. So you grew up in Lakeland, Florida, and went to Lakeland High School. In 2006, as a senior, you led the team with 2,478 rushing yards and 32 touchdowns. That's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, I could have had more. Didn't play probably like 3 games. Only played first half, depending who we play. Because our head coach, he always respect opponents. So you can't do nothing about it. You got to do what he taught us a lesson too. So
yeah, I enjoy running the score. I'm not gonna lie.
I wish he was like that, because I guarantee y'all probably have about 20,000 yards. You think I'm playing?
If you're gonna hammer him, you might as well hammer him good, right? I mean, just give him the beating, man.
Yeah. It's your goal in life to set records and try to make records that people can't beat.
So in the CFL right now, if the scores get out of hand, do they kind of tone things down a bit then, or do they just go for it?
Oh, I'm trying to think who.
I don't know if that was ever like a Wally Buono thing to do, is to run the score, but
No, I'm trying to think what team that don't care. No, I think Hamilton, out of all teams, they're gonna run up the scoreboard. They don't care. It's just too many nice things that happen when it comes to football games in CFL. It's just too nice.
So
when you play football, you got to be savage.
Yeah,
that's what football is all about.
I agree 100%. So speaking of Hamilton and running the score, that made me think of something. Is when the BC Lions were dancing the day before on the Hamilton logo at center field, and then the next day Hamilton just hammered the Lions, I think like 42-3 or some shit like that.
I think that always gonna happen in every type sport, unless you just a dominant team. But that gonna happen in every sport. If somebody's doing some stuff like that, just like Pittsburgh Steelers, Juju Smith, all that kind of stuff, it always come bite them in the butt every time. It never fails. It just I don't know why it happened, but it always happened that way.
Yeah, always happens. So as I said in the opening, you played on the 2009 national champion Florida Gators. What are some of your memories about that season?
We had an unstoppable team.
Yeah.
I ain't never been on no team that had all that firepower on offense, defense, special teams. It just, the walk-ons, it just was ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. And then when I look back at it and me getting the ball at practice, everybody was scared of me.
Yeah.
And you be like, dang, really? I was an impact like that against that kind of team? Because that defense, it just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But, and then again, my most memory is defense always talk trash. So one day they was talking mad trash. I couldn't take it no more. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm finna write every defensive player name on a piece of paper. And I'm finna, because I like to juke people and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So I'm gonna cross out every name after that. And that same day, I crossed out all of them on one play. Like after I made something happen on one play, scored a touchdown, all that, and I came in the locker room, crossed all their names. It happened on one play.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, you played with a lot of big names in Florida. Cam Newton, Tim Tebow, Aaron Hernandez, Riley Cooper, the Pouncey brothers, to name a few. Who stood out to you the most?
Who stood out? No, that's impossible. That's impossible. It was a whole team thing because everybody stood out.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't one person making a play, it was somebody else. And it's only one ball.
And there's no I in team.
Nope.
So how big of an influence were the Pouncey brothers to you in your career?
Oh, they just unstoppable.
Yeah.
And then the kind of offense lines I like to be around all through football because 1, they savage, 2, they work hard, 3, they run up the field, 4, they make their plays, they make blocks, and if you're doing something wrong, or anything, or if they feel like, hey, they'll come to you and say, hey, follow me on this play. All right, even though I'm supposed to do that, but all right, I got you. Touchdown. Hey, it's just hard to have offensive linemen like that. You only see a few here and there. It ain't just all offensive linemen just do that.
Yeah. You grew up with the Pounceys, didn't you? Didn't you live with them?
Yeah, I moved in sophomore in high school because we was friends, and then we just started hanging out, and then I ended up moving in with them because situations at home and all that stuff.
Yeah. So what was it like in Florida playing in front of 70,000 fans every night?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome, but then again, only time I heard the crowd when somebody scored on the field from us. That's it. That's the only time I heard them, or blocked the punt.
Yeah.
Other than that, I block all that out.
Really? All of it?
Yep.
Wow. That must be well, you would think that'd be a difficult thing to do, but blocking everybody out.
Yeah, when you're so focused and confident and all that kind of stuff, you don't hear nothing but everything slowed down. Like in track meet, when you get right there, you look up, everything slowed down before they shoot the gun and all that kind of stuff. That's how it is in football with me.
Wow, that's it, eh?
Because the crowd can mess you up if you think about it.
Yes, sir. So you were also on the track and field team in Florida. What can you tell our listeners about that?
I just wish we had our own football 4x1. It would have been nice, but left and right football players were quitting because when I say them track practice at Florida was ridiculous hard, I almost quit too a couple times.
Yeah.
But I stayed in there because I knew we was too good and I had a chance to win national championship in both sports. And you don't see that from athletes in college winning championships in 2 different sports.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, definitely crazy. You've got some talent, Chris. You're awfully fast, that's for sure.
Used to be.
Oh, you still got wheels. You still got wheels.
Somewhat.
Did you play any other sports?
Basketball in high school, but that's that. Cause I tried out for baseball for one day, but I quit because it was so boring. I did soccer for PE, but I knew I wasn't good because you got to kick it a certain way for it to go a certain way. Cause you can't kick it straight and go all over the place and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But that's when I found out fast though with soccer.
Was it? Yeah. So I read on Instagram back in the day, you'd race people for money. And I remember you're calling out people on Instagram saying, let's go, put your money down.
Oh, yeah, you got to. Because, it's a lot of fast people out there. But end of the day, if you fast and you want to brag about it, hey, come race me and let's go. It's, I think, is 3 losses I did in my life.
Wow.
My brother, Chevy Walker, my freshman year in college, and Percy Harvey, because me and Percy Harvey, we raced 3 times. I won, he won, and we tied. So basically that's even. So I just say I lost 2 in my lifetime.
So pregame, next time that they allow fans in Vancouver for a BC Lions game, and hopefully there is a season, how about you and I race in the parking lot?
Oh, we could do that, or we could do that thing what Calgary be doing that dude that be racing people at halftime.
Oh yeah. Get me in. Get me on
Every
the field
time I
at
watched
halftime.
it, I'm like, man, I probably want to do that after football. How much he get paid for doing that?
I have no idea. There's that other guy too. That guy at running around I forget what baseball stadium that is, but they're running around the baseball stadium in the seventh inning or some shit with the Flash. Do you remember seeing that? Some guy in like a Flash suit, and they're racing people. And he lost. He tripped up one time right at the end, and he lost.
No, I ain't see that. I might have to look that up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look that up. So, Chris, you were drafted in the 5th round of the 2012 NFL draft by the Pittsburgh Steelers. What were your expectations heading into the draft that year?
So, make the team. Me, I was coming in with mad confidence, unstoppable. I already went 1st round, even though I could have went lower. But when you get in trouble, you know how that goes. But just do your job, make the team. That's that.
Yeah. Do your job and make the team. So what was the NFL Combine like?
Just like any other combine, but just more pressure. But not pressure to me, but it make more pressure for everybody because the way I looked at it as I'm looking that football that's going in your hand, that is all money. So if you drop that football, you lost your money. So that's how I looked at it.
Yeah. So you spent 3 seasons in the NFL with the Steelers, Colts, and Cardinals. What was your time like in the NFL?
Oh, it was decent, even though if you don't got a name for yourself, you probably won't last long. But I was trying to make a name for myself, but I didn't get enough chances or stay long enough to make a name for myself because I know for a fact I'll probably be on my 3rd contract by now.
Yeah. So Chris, you had a few legal things also that came up and maybe, took away from some opportunities in the NFL. What can you tell us about that?
Oh, well, because the one that happened in college, that what set me back to go to 5th round. And then the one I was in NFL, I was accused of it because end of the day, you can't control what other people say. So if somebody say you did this and that, what can you do? But because at that time, that's when they made the law. If the police come out for domestic violence, somebody got to go to jail. And most likely, the guys always be the one to get taken. So what can you do? Run? No. They're going to make it worse.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to face the music, right?
Hey, you got to, and just tell them, hey, we know what the truth is, so that's why I was dropped.
Yeah. And then the fire extinguisher incident. I guess somebody was playing around with fire extinguishers in a hotel or something like that.
We was in dorm rooms. It was during training camp. When you're in training camp in NFL, you on absolute lockdown. You ain't going nowhere. People just try to find ideas to have fun, prank people, this and that, and all that kind of stuff. Just a group of us, just having fun with young guys. Me, I'm friends with anybody. I don't care if you're older or younger or whatever. I make friends with anybody because, it's different when you get to the NFL compared to college because everybody hang out with each other. NFL, soon as the practice over, everybody go, they separate. It's just totally different. But yeah, we just horsing around, all that kind of stuff. Somebody sprayed the thing and the alarm went off, and then the fire truck people came and everybody took off running. And so when we all ran, I ran outside where all the vets was at, just chilling, smoking cigars. So I ran, sat in the golf cart, and when the fire alarm going off, you can hear the fire trucks coming to the dorms. So Reggie Wayne, like, man, what the hell going on? So he about to walk upstairs because I heard him say he finna knock on everybody's door to come outside to see what happened, something like that. So I stopped him from going upstairs, and I was like, hey, man, I did it. I took the blame and all that stuff, and coaches called, this and that and all that. So about an hour, 2 hours later, get a knock on my door. Hey, Chris Rainey, I'm talking about I'm friends with everybody. Equipment people, the video people, everybody love me because I'm doing everything right. I'm just one of them people that everybody love no matter what. But they were like, sorry, Chris, man, but we need your iPad, this and that. And my mouth just dropped. And, you know, that's what, when somebody asks for your iPad, that's when you know you're going home.
You're done. Yeah.
You see it a lot. But when it's time for you to get that, you give them your iPad, you're like, damn, it's really happening.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really happening, and that's it, eh? Would you have done things differently with that?
I would have did like everybody else.
Run, yeah, zip it and run. Just shut up. Yeah. Yeah.
If I knew that, I wouldn't have said nothing. I'll probably be them one back at the coach right now.
Yeah.
But everything happened for a reason, so.
Yes, sir. So you eventually made your way up to Canada and signed with the Montreal Alouettes.
Oh, I ain't make my way. Somebody told me.
Somebody told you, yeah.
Freeman. You remember the linebacker for the Colts? Freeman? What he was a linebacker / DN? What?
The Colts. So the Freeman that comes up to me was Antonio Freeman, but it's not Antonio.
Man, no, he was a linebacker for the Colts. Cause he played with me over there. I think he was number 50. Was he 50, 58? Whatever. But he was a linebacker for the Colts. Freeman, or Freeman something. Damn, bro. But he the one told me about the CFL because he came from the CFL. That's how he ended up coming to the NFL. But he told me about it, and after I went to the Arizona and all the other stuff, I was like, you know what? Let me go up there and get some film because I heard about the field and all that. Get some film and come right back. But when you try to come back, you hear the same thing over and over. But what's a waste? It's a waste of time to try to do something when people keep saying the same thing over and over.
Yeah. So in 2015, you signed with the BC Lions. What was it like playing for Wally Buono?
He the real deal. I see what I wasn't scared of him, but everybody was, and I see why people were scared of him. He is no joke. But I love it though. I love it because me and him got the same mentality. But he a coach and I'm a player. Even though he played before me, but still, me and him got the same mentality. That's why we clicked.
Yeah.
Because he treated me like a son.
Dante always makes comments like Wally would always let him know, you know, I can always bring in somebody cheaper. I mean, I can cut you tomorrow, basically, right?
He don't care who you is.
No. I mean, I've never met the man, but you know, he's come up in conversation quite a few times, and that's a lot of stuff that is said that he does not play around.
He's the real deal. It's hard to find coaches like that because you remind me of Urban Meyer, my high school coach, and Mike Tomlin. Them all my favorite coaches all time.
So you're the BC Lions all-time leader in kick return yards, and hopefully only going to add to that record this year. Do you sit back and reflect on those things, or just put them aside?
No, unless somebody bring it up and be like, "Oh, damn, I did that." Like, because somebody made me a highlight, and they said Chris Rainey got 10,000 all-purpose yards, and I was like, 10,000? I want to play 6 seasons, and then you start notice. Because they start bringing up other people records or something like that. You're like, dang, really? I want to play that short amount of time. Then I caught up with all these people. I'm like, okay. But they were like, yeah, you got a chance to be number 1 in 3 categories. I was like, oh, really? Okay. I'm finna definitely go for that.
Yep. So you spent your last playing CFL season with the Toronto Argos. I was pretty pissed off when the Lions decided not to re-sign you. I mean, you you're the only BC Lion that can get my ass out of my seat in a hurry. You know, knowing that the ball, punt return, you're catching the ball. I'm yelling, "Let's go, Chris!" You know.
No, I feel like they let me go because I had an injury that I was nervous about the injury too, but it just, I think it was my toe. Because everybody thought I hurt my ankle, but it was my toe I hurt when we played Calgary that last game. Was that in the playoffs? Was that in the playoffs?
I can't remember.
I think that was in the playoffs, but I hurt my toe. But it didn't feel the same. I was running funny. So they probably got nervous that I probably wasn't going to be the same. I thought I wasn't going to be the same. But, hey, when I have injuries, I know for a fact I'm coming back right because I know how to treat my body right. I know how to treat my body, all that stuff. But
what was that season like in Toronto?
Oh Lord. When you know you got real friends that know the game of football and they reach out to you and say, don't do it.
Yeah.
Especially when certain coaches coach. Because players know football and they know what good coaches and not good coaches. They told me not to, but I had to take the chance because when I took the chance, that coach used to coach Stephon Logan.
Okay.
So that in my head, like, man, if he did all that for him, I gotta take a chance, even though everybody and everybody was right. I ain't gonna say no name, but he was offensive coordinator.
So yeah, I mean, I guess you live and you learn, right?
Like we had firepower on that offense.
Yeah.
And did you see anything?
No.
What they say? You got the best roster on paper, but it ain't look like it.
And the same kind of problems were in BC. You know, BC had a really bad year that year. I know it's hard to say. You got to say like last year because it was the last season that was played, but the last season of the CFL. Hervey brought in all these Eskimos, got rid of a lot of the meat and potatoes of the BC Lions, including yourself. Bola Combo, a bunch of other guys, and it was just a shitty year. It was disaster.
Yeah. You see them NFL teams going down here when they release either star players or players that make a difference or something like that. Like you release people if they suck or they ain't making an impact or they don't bring no value to you. That's who people you release.
Yeah.
But some people, everybody different.
Yeah, and that's just the nature of the game, I guess, too, right? That's how it goes, and guys get released, and other guys come in, and there you go. Right?
Yeah, and some coaches make mistakes, and some mistakes you like, nah, that wasn't no mistake. Heck no.
So, what are you going to be able to bring to the BC Lions this coming season that they were missing last season without you?
What I'm bringing to the BC Lions, what they missed last year, I'm bringing hell.
Bringing hell.
It's gonna be hell. Cause one, I love the color orange.
Yeah.
Two, I don't have to worry about weather because I'm indoor.
Yeah.
Three, I love football and it's gonna be a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And got a new staff that's definitely gonna be on the same page because I know with Wally, he was trying to protect me to the playoffs. He didn't want me to get hurt. But when playoff came, he let me loose.
Yeah.
But I want to be like that through the whole season.
Right.
Because I know my body. I know how to protect my body. All that stuff. So, and plus I played in the SEC. All that. So I just know football. But end of the day, you gotta listen to the coaches.
Just let her rip.
I just want to play football. I don't know when the last time I played actually, they gave me a chance to play a whole game. That was my first time in 6 years in the CFL when we played Winnipeg at their house. I played running back, receiver, punt return, kick return. Like, I missed those days trying to play the whole game.
Yeah.
Man, those days when they set you as a Pacific player, it's so boring.
Yeah.
And then you got 2 plays, and like that what gets me still to this day. Like, say you start the game, you know how normal games are. It's 4 down, this and that. You start the game, they get ball first. 2 plays, you be like, punt return. You be like, dang, that fast. It still getting me.
That's crazy to think that Wally was holding you back.
But I understand what you're saying, but my mind, hey, I play football. I play in the SEC. What gonna hurt me?
How many years do you think you have left in the tank?
My goal to be the Tom Brady in the CFL.
I'd love that. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go to. I can't go no more. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go to my body tell me not this year.
Yeah.
But when the way I train like I'm still in college. That's the best training I ever had to this day, because NFL is not the same when it's come to training. But college training is the real deal. Every bone in your body, every muscle, all that stuff. I still train like that. That's why I still that's why I'm still walking normal to this day.
That's crazy. So I had Jeremiah Johnson on a previous episode, and he said that you're the funniest player he's ever played with. Who do you think the funniest player is you've ever played with?
The funniest person I ever played with. Any league or just CFL?
Maybe both.
CFL, funny person I ever played with.
There's got to be somebody that gets you going.
I think Tyler Davis.
Okay.
Tyler Davis and the whole thing, the funniest player I ever played with. Boy, that's a tough one. Cause it's hard to make me laugh.
I see you laughing on Instagram every day.
Cool.
All
I'll
right.
be so serious when it comes to football.
Yeah. So you had an Instagram video of your son that went viral. How crazy was that?
Well, Tyler said, man, this video for to go viral. I was like, man, please. I don't even know that many people. That's exact words I said. I don't even know that many people.
Yeah.
Because they were every time we go to a park, that's the first thing he want to do is get on some spinning thing.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, when you're a kid and young like that, you don't want to spin them that much because their brain still ain't developed all the way. So that makes you nervous. And 2, at the same time, they love it and they want to keep doing it. And he was like, well, I brought him to the park to have fun, so I'm going to let him have fun. So I spun them, and he just kept falling. It was the funniest I ever seen.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
And I posted, and to this day, he still get paid for
it. That's awesome. College fund.
Hey, yeah, maybe about 17,500.
Seriously? For that?
And that was what, 2017?
Wow, I just posted that on my Facebook actually just a couple days ago.
They still be using it too.
That's awesome. At this point in your career, what has been your greatest accomplishment?
Oh, no, my greatest accomplishment is my list of goals I had growing up. My goal for Pop Warner, win the Super Bowl for football. Got cheated in the Super Bowl, scored 6 times. All of them get called back except for one. So we lost 19-6. So get to high school. Goal is to win. What up? Win all 4 years of state championship. Got 3 because I wasn't starting the first one. So I let that one slide. Wanted to win Mr. Florida, but got in trouble because they thought I was receiving free stuff. So they tried to not let me play in the state championship game. But when they did, all hell broke loose. College, before I went to college, get all my teammates that I played with high school to come with me so I won't play by myself because they all was going to Florida State at the time. They all came to win championships in college and track. Could have won 2, but won 1. Still mad about that. I blame Carlos Dunlap for that one. Get drafted. It don't have to be no matter round. Just get drafted, period. Get to the NFL and do your thing, all that stuff, even though I should have been there longer, but hey, life's happen. Score your first NFL touchdown. Have your own NFL jersey so you can have on your wall when you get your house. Get to the CFL, want to win a Grey Cup. I've been close 4 times, but didn't have a lot of help. Get my own house when I get older. Finally moved in my own house 3 weeks ago. Finally, took 11 years. Wanted to win the Heisman. Didn't get a chance to win that because you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Graduate college, high school. Did all that. Only reason why I graduated college because I stayed for track because I was gonna leave early. For a fact, I would leave early.
Yeah.
But lucky I was doing track. That saved me. That's pretty much it. Have kids and live life.
Yeah. With a smile on your face.
Yeah, I probably checked off all of them except for probably like 3.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah. You know, everybody look at life different. I just look at life as what goals I set on my piece of paper. I just need to want to cross them out. That's all.
Yeah.
I do want to travel the world, but I'm scared to do that part because I don't trust them other countries. I look at too much stuff on YouTube, movies. No, can't do it.
Chris, I remember talking to you about my work being haunted on Instagram. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You were having some kind of run-in with a boogeyman or something. I don't know what. I can't remember what it was, but we ended up talking about my work being haunted, and yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. It's legit.
Good though.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. There's always something creepy going on at my work. Always. 100%. You just got to believe that they're not here to hurt you. They're just here to keep you company.
I believe it and I don't believe it because if you like take it too far to believe it, it's going to mess up your head and mind. That I just don't think about it, period. Because I ain't trying to be living scared.
Yeah. No point living scared, man. If you didn't have a career as a football player, what would you be doing?
Speed training or acting, all that kind of stuff.
Acting. We had Adekulu on a couple months ago, and he's getting big into acting right now.
Oh yeah, he definitely. Actually, you just said the name.
Adekulu.
He is funny.
Is he?
And I love how he danced. That junk so funny, boy. It is funny. Every video I get that got some nice dancing in it, I send to him. He love it too.
It's awesome. He's a good cat.
He is a good guy.
Yeah.
He is a good dude.
So he was going to get a mug shot of Dante. Well, not a mug shot, but a headshot, and try and get Dante into acting. And Dante said he wanted to be on training day too.
Training day too?
As a bad cop.
Hey, that's who you talk to if you want to go to acting. That's who you talk to because he know a lot. He know a lot.
Yeah, maybe we can get you in there as the Rain Man.
Hey, come on. I probably if one thing I want to do in acting, probably life story movie.
Yeah.
Life story football movie.
Well, they could probably make a movie on that 2009 Florida Gators championship team. I mean, really, you know?
One day, it's coming because I hear a lot of talks.
Yeah, that's awesome. You can play yourself.
Hey,
right?
I definitely can do that.
Yeah.
Because I still got a baby face when I cut off this beard. But I don't. That's why I keep my beard because I don't like to get asked for my ID.
Chris, I'll never forget the time in Vancouver. It was August. I was over for a Lions game, and I saw you outside the stadium, and you had this red jumpsuit on, and this like freaking like big hat. I don't know what you call that hat, but it was like 40 fucking degrees that day, and you must have been hotter than hell. And you got this red fuck. You're dressed for winter.
Hey, I'm always cold. Always cold, and people think it's hot in Canada. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Not compared to Florida.
Yeah, it's totally different. Y'all think hot is 70, 75, 65. No, that's cold.
What's hot, Chris?
Because I'm telling you, come to Florida, if anything is under 75, it's cold. You think I'm playing? You're going to see everybody with jumpsuits, and except for the white people, because, you know, they love the cold, period. They'll have no shirt on in the cold.
My neighbor, every day he's got his old gut hanging out. You know, it's February and he's out in the cold. I was like, dude, put a shirt on, man. Let's get, you know, totally my neighbor.
I'll see how they can do it. You can't pay me $500,000 to do that job.
Chris, if I can get a picture of it one day, I'll Instagram it to you.
All right.
It's funny shit. So, Chris, we're getting near the end here. What scares you the most?
What scares me the most? What scares me the most? Real life.
Real life. Yeah.
Yeah, all this stuff out here. It makes me nervous.
Me too. Things are changing quickly in the world, and it's not good.
Because when I look at myself, I'm like, because I always like, I don't have enemies nowhere in life, but that doesn't even matter.
Right.
Because somebody can have a bad day and don't effing care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, boy, that's scary, boy.
Well, Indianapolis, you know, this week there was a shooting at the FedEx
My girl
plant.
just told me about that yesterday too.
Sad and scary.
Because you don't know when that gonna happen.
No. Chris, I mean, we used to have bad days and we, you know, maybe you talk back to somebody, or maybe you drive fast, or, you know, slam a door. But now people are going and grabbing guns and shooting places up, you know?
I used to be road rage, but shit, you got it. You got it.
And you don't even know who you're road raging with anymore, right? You never know who's next to you and what's going on. So
you can have it. If you want to drive faster than me, if you don't want to let me go over, you got it. Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not even worth it anymore.
Mm-mm.
And, you know, you've got young kids, you know, your son is 6.
Yep.
And your daughter is how old?
Fit to be. I got 6'6", fit to be 5 and 1.
Okay. So when you start to think of what's going to be in the world for them, when they hit your age, that's a scary thought. That's a really scary thought.
That's why I'm so glad my kid's super tough. I'm making it even more tougher, but not so much to be disrespectful in the real world, because I am disciplined to the max. I don't care, because I just want my kids to be perfect when they go out the door. Y'all don't have to be perfect inside the house, but y'all gotta be perfect outside the house.
Yeah.
Because you don't trust nobody, and anybody can do anything, any given time, any given day, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. So I haven't done this for a while. Actually, I haven't done it with Dante, but we're going to get into some quick hits, which are just one-word answers for the end of the show here. So let's fire this up. Chris, your favorite NFL team?
I did have one, but my only favorite one, NFL team, if I'm on there.
All right. Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Oh, Michael Jordan all day. That's who I admire.
Yep. Favorite NHL hockey team?
Oh my God. Well, I don't have one, but I picked the Tampa Bay Rays since they stay close by my hometown.
Or the Vancouver Canucks?
Oh, that too.
That too. Worst thing you ever bought?
Worst thing I ever bought. Worst thing I ever bought.
I've had some good answers.
Because my goal is not to buy the worst thing. I'm going to have to pass on that one.
Pass on that one. Favorite music artist?
I got a couple of Tupac, Biggie, Warren G, Nate Dogg, and Snoop Dogg.
Okay, I agree on all those. Very good. Do you believe in UFOs?
Man, I'm 50-50, boy. I am 50-50. It's hard to believe it and it's hard not to believe it.
Yeah, dude, there's just so much out there.
You don't understand how much TV, news, YouTube, movies that I watch. It just...
Yeah. Shower or bath?
It depends if I have to take a bath in Epsom salt.
Right. Favorite TV show?
Sure. I got a couple of Fresh Prince, Martin, Natural, the Adam Family back in the day.
Yeah.
Heat of the Night.
I remember that. If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Dubai.
Dubai. Yes, that would be a nice trip.
Every time I look at it on YouTube and I'm like, man, oh my God. It look like the whole country is just live life over there.
Yeah, I agree. No kidding.
Hello, everyone. This is Chris Rainey. Thank you for joining me on Inside the Mind. It was great talking to you. God bless. Stay healthy and safe.